Probably no one's listening or watching or truly being impacted by what I have to share. I think this is something that a lot of us have. We've either said it or we've thought it at some point in our lives. And I think that that happens a lot of times, especially when we're trying to start something new. And I think that a lot of us have thought or we've wondered, should I even post this? Like, is this even going to make a difference? Is anyone even going to watch or see this thing? And I'm being honest, I really think that that is a lie that the enemy wants you to believe. Let me share a real quick story with you. There was quite a while back, there was an artist that wanted me to review their work. He sent me a message and was just asking, hey, could you look at my portfolio and just give me some tips? But the interesting thing is that they shared with me that they had been following my work for quite some time, and that my work was one of the reasons why they even started digital painting. I gotta admit, like, I was really taken back by this because I didn't know who this person was. I mean, they followed my work and things like that, but I guess they didn't really engage with me or comment too much, which is completely fine. I'm just saying I wasn't aware of this person and that I was making an impact on their work, in their life in this way. That my work that I was making and putting out into the world was actually making an impact on somebody out there. So I say this to you real quick just to let you know that you never know who you're making an impact on. You never know when you make something and you put it out there, you never know who it's inspiring, who it's making laugh, who's being motivated, who's really being touched by what you're putting out there. It's interesting. Sometimes I think we make like a small splash in the water and then the ripples go out in the pond. And we have no idea what's being impacted on the other side of that pond from the ripples that we made. We have no idea what's being impacted on the other side of that creation, that thing that we made and we put out for others to see. Just because you didn't see that impact yourself, just because you didn't hear it directly from someone, doesn't mean that an impact is not being made somewhere. And you know what? While it's nice to know that somebody was impacted or inspired by something that we made, I don't think it's our job to know who's being impacted or not. I think it's only our job to release that thing that we've made, whether that thing is a book, a piece of artwork, photography, really anything at all. But the only way to know if the thing that you made will ever impact anyone is if you lose the fear of sharing it with everyone. I want to encourage you today to just make it and post it. Make it and release it. Stop wondering if anyone's ever going to get any value off of that thing that you want to share, that you want to make and put out into the world. I really like this Bible scripture, Matthew 5:16. It says, "Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your God who is in heaven." Sometimes I think that the very thing that you assume no one wants to hear, no one wants to watch, or no one wants to learn from, the one thing that you don't want to share that you assume no one is interested in, a lot of times I think is the one thing that somebody out there is waiting to receive. Somebody out there needs to hear that, needs to see it. And I really do believe that you might be the difference on whether or not they see it, on whether or not they hear it or experience it. And you might be thinking this. You might be thinking, I know, but it's just, I tried this thing and it just didn't work. And to that I say, I want you to remember this one thing. Some of the most successful people have failed at more things than the average person is even willing to try to do. So friends, today I want to encourage you, before you crumble that idea, assuming that nobody wants to hear it or see it, I want to challenge you today to release it. Let it take flight. Because you never know what impact it might make wherever your idea lands. Keep the fire alive, my friends.